Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation Podcast Festival Edition. Today we are with Jessica. She's from the Girard Chamber of Commerce. They host a couple of large events throughout the year. And Jessica, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Jessica, give us a little background on you. Where'd you grow up, and talk a little bit about your position there with the chamber.
Sure. So I started out in Uniontown, Kansas, one of those blink and you're going to miss it type of places, and absolutely had a wonderful childhood getting to know what it was like in country life, what it was like to grow up on a farm, and just really enjoy the community and enjoy the people around us.
Perfect, perfect. All right, let's jump in. Let's talk about your fall festival. What happens there? First of all, what's the name of it?
Okay, so our fall festival, we change themes every year, but it's a fall festival homecoming.
Okay.
And really, the homecoming is the portion that we focus on because everybody comes back for that big football game on Friday night. And then we start off Saturday morning with our fun run and start off with a parade where we have our local band and anybody else that wants to come walk through the parade. This last year, it was 45 minutes for the parade,
Wow.
which is, I know that's awesome for us. 45 whole minutes, and it's just fun. It's all the community coming together.
What has carried on that tradition for so long?
I think even through COVID, we still had our parade because that is what the community needs. That's what people here need to be able to really carry on. The tradition itself continues because everybody just loves seeing one another. Even when we had that distance thing going on, we still had our parade. We still had people that would come out, keep their distance, and really carry on our history here. Girard has actually had parades, even a circus parade, which was kind of our last year's theme. Since 1943 was actually the last time a circus parade was on the Girard Square.
Wow. That's pretty
Yeah, it's
cool.
very cool.
What's some of your greatest memories of your home?
Greatest memories. So like I said, I grew up in Uniontown, loved the small town feel, loved this idea of coming around a square, coming around this one area where everybody just piles in. So coming into Girard now is the same thing. So we're the county seat for Crawford County, and the courthouse sits in the middle of the square, donated in 1922, I believe. Italian marble, just absolutely beautiful. And so I think for me, it's still having that history, it's still having that camaraderie and that small town that everybody is really looking for right now.
Perfect, perfect. All right, two questions I always ask in every interview, just so we get a little background on you, Jessica. Jessica, I always ask the first question, and that is, what is the best live concert you've ever been to your entire life?
So my concert history is pretty slim. Started going, my very first concert I went to was a rock concert, and my husband was deployed in Afghanistan at the time. And so our best friend took me to Avenged Sevenfold, and it was so much fun. People crowd surfing, they just threw them over top of me. It was a lot of fun. But probably my best would have to be Rascal Flatts.
Okay. All right.
It really spoke to me. I enjoyed it.
You could bring one musical act to Girard for your homecoming, dead or alive. Money's not an issue. Who you bring into your hometown?
Oh, that's so hard. I think Florida Georgia Line.
Okay. All right.
And I know we had talked about it a few years ago. We had a T-Mobile did a tech over, this big tech over deal, and somebody had nominated Girard. And so they told us that we were in the top 10, and it was a whole big deal where they'd bring Florida Georgia Line to play on your square.
Oh, wow.
And you have all this money that would be donated into the square, and they would do updates to your technology. So you have Wi-Fi everywhere. And then they were going to also restore our softball fields. And I think I just got stuck on that. How great would that be to have a concert on your square? I'm thinking, I have no idea how to fit that many people on our square, but it would just be so much fun. So I think that would have to be my one.
That's it. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Jessica, how do people find out more about the Girard homecoming coming up this fall?
So we already know the date. Our Girard homecoming is going to be October 7th.
Okay.
A little bit earlier this year, October 7th. We're still working on our theme, trying to come up with something that's new and inventive, but also that everybody can really get behind. It's not just about coming up with a theme, but it's also coming up with something that people can create floats about. So,
Perfect. Yeah, for sure.
this last year we did our Pride Cannot Be Tamed, and it was a lot of fun because there was a lot of circus theme in there. We had some stilt walkers and acrobats, but then a lot of people created kind of a circus theme with animals and all kinds of stuff. So we don't know what our theme's going to be, but as soon as we get that, we'll be putting it out on Facebook and on our website, girardchamber.com. Okay, very good. Jessica, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's nice to meet you.